Hey mate, how's it going? Sorry that this is so late this week. No excuse. But it's just been so busy this week, and finally I've now got internet sorted in the house, so I can actually do this again. But yeah, apologies for it being a bit late. But I've had a good look through this week now. And obviously, kind of last week, you kind of when you put stuff in for kind of the first half of the week, obviously because you're busy celebrating at the end of the week, which is absolutely fine. Do as much of that as you want. But what you have put in is good. Everything seems solid as usual. Keeping things up. Steps a little bit low on these days, but we can cope with that. Um, Everything else looking good. Stress a little bit high than the other days, but nothing too major. But on the whole, good. Sleep's fine as normal. The only thing was as well, rest and heart rate seems to have gone up a little bit here. So just need to make sure that doesn't creep up any higher really, because we want to keep it below 60 if we can. Um, so in terms of changes, there's very slight dietary changes, but nothing major, which I'll go through in a minute. But then also some changes to training. Now, I know I said I was going to kind of change some, make some changes to the program as such. But what I want to maybe try and do is just kind of try something a bit different, because with kind of calories coming down a little bit more and obviously them being quite low at the moment, I don't really want to kind of, I suppose, thinking about it, increase the intensity to, a quite a high level, because obviously while the calories are quite low, the stress levels are going to be, obviously getting a bit higher. So this is something that I want to control as best we can now. And what I've kind of had a look at with most things this week. So basically, if you want to, obviously, I know you can, this is why I'm not concerned about doing it too much, is because I know that you will be quite happy to kind of add little bits in here and there if you want to. But I won't make any major changes to the program at the moment, because I just want to focus on other things. Okay. Because stress is going to be one thing that we need to kind of keep in check as best we can. Because obviously, if stress is quite high, then you can find that things like water retention becomes higher. Obviously, kind of messes with the weight and the look and things like that you have. So obviously, it's not that you're not losing weight, but it's just because that water's there, and it just makes it look as if things are not quite right. But that will be due to stress, so we want to keep that as low as possible. So with that in mind, okay, what I've done here is I've taken cardio out on training days, and I've reduced it to 30 minutes on non-training days, only looking for a heart rate of about 120. So really kind of, reducing that stress as best we can for the time being, and then slightly increase the steps as well. So basically we're kind of still having the physical kind of activity expenditure, fairly high, but the stressful form, I suppose, of cardio is out a bit less than it was. Okay, so hopefully we can balance that a bit better in that way. Okay, keep the training sessions as normal. Obviously, trying to train as heavy as you can. But I think with things as they are, and with me kind of thinking more about stress now, I think you feeling like you're not feeling too sore is actually a good thing. And I suppose we don't really want to be feeling too sore, because obviously it just shows that stress is maybe creeping up a little bit. Okay. So hopefully that's okay. I know you got your bike this week, and I've just reduced your cardio, but I think it's just, at the moment, it's just for the best, really. All right. And then with the calories, what I've done is I've only just adjusted them for non-training days. I haven't touched the training day calories this week. So what I've done is I've dropped the total calories down to this number from, I think it was 1500 they were on for both phases of non-training days. I've dropped the carbs by 10 grams, but I need to change that actually. I'll do that in a second. But on this one, I've dropped it by 10 grams there, and I've dropped this by 12 grams of fat. But then I've upped the protein by 7 grams to kind of have a bit of a higher protein intake, just to maybe balance it out in terms of kind of fullness and things like that. And I've done it on this day as well, or this phase. All right. So the calories are a little bit lower on non-training days, obviously because of the reduced energy expenditure, and not needing as much energy for, obviously not for training, and then kept the training day macros exactly the same. All right. Like I said the other day, with things quite low now, what we need to do is basically prioritize them around the workout as much as you can, more so the carbs really. Fats can be spread out through the day, and to be honest, the less you have around the workout period, the better. Probably better to have maybe a decent amount of fat before bed to kind of stave off any hunger and things like that before bed. But in terms of the carbs, really prioritize them as best you can around the workout, because then that's obviously going to make them utilize more efficiently, and is obviously going to kind of keep you feeling energized during your sessions. All right. So hopefully that's okay with you in terms of those changes I've made. Because obviously with you saying that you want to go for another few weeks, I really want to try and kind of get as much change in these few weeks now as we can. All right. Because we are seeing clear changes now in the pictures. And I really want you to make some more improvements before we finish this run. Okay. Just one other thing in terms of the stress, just kind of maybe try, if you have chance, to do a little bit of kind of mindfulness or kind of meditation using something like Headspace to really kind of try and keep your stress levels low. And obviously work can get in the way of that sometimes, but if you can just fit in 5-10 minutes of that, kind of most days, then that would be ace. All right. But yeah, have a look through that. Let me know if there's any issues. But if not, I will speak to you soon.